This is the Distracted and Disorderly podcast. I'm Chris, and this is Kayla.
This is Kayla.
We're just fucking idiots.
This
Let's
is
go.
Kayla. Whoa.
Whoa.
Did you click record yet?
Yeah, I did.
Of course you did.
I get you going. Whoa.
Whoa.
Fucking. Hang on. Whoa.
Do the thing.
No, I'm not doing that today. That'll
Do the
mess my
thing.
shit. I'm not gonna put my hair all on one other side. The other side is not supposed to be side is down.
He looks Russian.
Oh, you want to welcome everybody back? You never do it. Why don't you do it?
I never welcome anybody.
Be welcoming.
You're all welcome.
Be
You're all
welcoming. Who are we? What are we doing?
Well, I'm Kayla because you always try to introduce me. That's Christopher. He spells his name wrong. This is Distracted and Disorderly Podcast.
It is.
You're welcome.
It is. Today, we're going to talk about you going to the Springfield, Massachusetts Comicon. I bet some of you guys went. Some other people we know probably went. You went with your cousin. And
I did. I loved her cosplay.
You both cosplayed. We're not there yet. Let me make the timeline.
Oh, you're back in charge? You're back in charge? You didn't like my intro? He's back in charge, everyone.
Let me make the timeline. Okay, so, no, that's not that I'm in charge.
You're interviewing me today.
Yeah, it's kind of an interview, but it's not really an interview. It's more of like your experience there. You were my reporter on the street. So first of all, let's timeline this. So you left home. Took you a little while to get there. We won't give it an approximate time, but let's start right from the beginning. Costumes. How long did it take you to get ready?
About an hour and a half, 2 hours.
And who were you?
I was Mitsuri from Demon Slayer.
Pause for Chris to pull up the quick Instagram post so that people see.
Are you really doing that? You could pull up an image of who she is.
I can pull up an image of the cosplay.
She is.
And we could just slap it in there in post-production. Okay, anyway.
Everyone saw it. It's on my page. It's public.
At No Vital, Instagram, TikTok. Go check it out. And your cousin, Kara. We can use her name, right? Is she gonna be cool with that?
Yep.
Of course. Yep. So, what was Kara? Who was Kara?
She was a Sims character. She had the cutest little diamond above her head.
It wasn't
little.
I've never played The Sims.
Ass. You never did?
I just don't feel like it's like something in my lane.
Yeah, you're kind of a loser, so I wouldn't expect you to play.
Not kind of. I am fully a loser.
You're a big fat loser.
I'm a chubby loser. I'll go with chubby. I don't want to say big fat.
I don't think it was describing you. I think that's how you're a fat loser. You're this much loser.
I wore this. Yeah. I wore this today.
Loser. Nerd.
What does it say right there? I'll pray for you. But I'm not gonna though because I don't buy that shit. But so okay, how long? So it took you an hour and a half. You got into your cosplay, and then you had to do what? You had to drive there. How was that?
It was so weird. Every time I drove by somebody, like construction was the worst. All of the
hey, how you doing over here? Hey, over here, how you doing? How was that?
Yeah, because I had to pick up Kara first, and there was like some construction going on in town.
They were like,
and I drove
"Whoa,
by
hey!"
One of the cops was like, "What the fuck you look
Here,
like that
breathe
for?"
into this. Can you breathe into this?
No, I was like,
Follow
I literally
the
had
light.
my hand over my face at one point, and I was like, Jesus fucking Christ, I hope nobody sees me.
Now the
And
construction.
The wig that I'm wearing.
Whoa.
Oh my god. No, they probably thought I was fucking weird because they were like, what the fuck? Because I had to, like, my makeup wasn't my normal makeup. It was very much like over animated makeup. So I wasn't just wearing my regular shit. I don't even know how to explain it to you. It was bad. I had like dots under my eyes for Mitsuri, and people were like, fuck is this chick doing driving around like that? I also had to cut the sleeves off of the first layer of, because there's 3 layers.
It's because she's fucking
hot. No.
She had to cut the sleeves off of the rib.
No, I already did the adjustments for that because accidentally ordered in
So
Japanese sizes.
so for those that don't know, and you should know, if you don't fucking know, I don't know where you've been. It's 2023. Comic-Con is an event that's held for enthusiasts of comic books, movies, anime, that kind of genre, cartoons,
TV
nostalgia.
shows.
You know, you can go there and just dress up whatever you want. You want to dress up as freaking,
There were furries there.
a furry. You want to be a furry? Go there dressed as a furry animal. Um,
As a
so
furry animal.
and they sell and they peddle their wares, and you get to see little performances, and they have contests. And I was supposed to go, but I didn't go to this one. I'm going to go to another one at some point. But okay, so you showed up. How was parking?
Parking was easy. I could have dealt with the fucking MGM parking where you like drive up the fucking
Yeah,
thing.
you had to come through the
I just
corridor.
I paid like $5 for parking. There was nobody else in the parking lot. All you had to do was like enter your fucking license plate number, and then they were like, "You're good for 6 hours." I was like,
Yeah,
"Cool."
that's what they do.
But nobody was over there. It was me and one other car. I was like, "Why didn't anybody just fucking pay for this instead of going up to the MGM bullshit?"
They wanted to show their shit off and walk down the street.
There are people like skateboarding and shooting videos in there with their car. I was like, "What the hell is going on right now?"
So
I was like, "I know I look ridiculous, but what are you guys doing?" It's fine.
oh my god. Wow.
We
I
had
was
to
gonna...
walk like 2 blocks to get there. That was interesting.
At least there was
I
easy
know that
parking. That's like my worst anxiety of going anywhere I haven't gone to is parking. I think I could be a 5-hour drive. All 5 hours, I'm like, I gotta find a parking spot.
well,
I gotta park when I get there, and where am I gonna park when I get there? I gotta park.
yeah, no. Kara and I were sitting in the car. We're like, shit, we hope parking's not super bad because it's kind of a big event. So we had a GPS on for parking. I was like, oh, there's this place over here. And it was like Red Rose or something. The
Yeah,
restaurant.
Red Rose Pizza. It's like very popular pizza place in Massachusetts.
I thought that was not for Red Rose, the parking lot that I pulled into. And he's like, you coming in? And I was like, yeah, we're going in.
He's
like,
hey, you coming in?
Yeah, in, not out. I thought he was like, are you coming into the parking lot or whatever? I was like, yeah.
He did that too. He was like, which way you coming in and out? In and out.
I don't know what the fuck he was doing. But he was like, you coming in? I was like, yeah. He goes, where are you? You're dining? And I was like, oh, no. I was like, where do we go for the Comicon event? He's like, go down the street, take a right at Burger King, and then you pull into there at the MGM parking. And I was like, Burger King. Okay, so
you know how often that happens. You know how often that happens there. The
so
Burger King with someone drove through the side of the building. It looks like is it still all boarded up?
It's so bad. But we found a parking event. Like it didn't take us long. We were both worried about that, but it ended up being like the quickest part of it. The worst part was walking from the car 2 blocks over to the Mutual Center.
My fiance would literally look over and be like, "You all right? What's going on?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm good." And inside, I'm like, "Where the fuck am I gonna fucking park at this motherfucking?"
Yeah,
bitch?
you have to act like you're the tough
Oh, I really don't want to. I don't want to do this. And then I,
honey, I got it. Don't worry. What the fuck?
Yeah, pretty much. That's good. So you walked a couple blocks, which isn't really isn't that bad down there. It's not like New York City blocks.
It wasn't the walking part that was bad. It was the looks that was bad because we weren't the only ones who looked crazy. But everyone would like slow down to be like, "The fuck are these guys doing?"
Mitsuri!
And then we had to stand next to normal people, like people who weren't dressed in cosplay, and they would step away from us. Like there were a couple of people who stood kind of close, and we're like, "Fuck, I think we have to go like diagonal." I'm not really sure where we're going. So Kara put on like the walking directions to get there from where we were, and we're like, "Oh, okay, we got this. It's fine."
Kara, Kara.
I didn't know where I was going either. So we put on the walking directions to get there, and then these assholes. I'm sorry, Comic-Con. This was real shady of you. There's a front door where anybody should be able to walk in, right? It's fine. Nope. It's hot as balls, and I'm sweating in this huge wig that I'm wearing. And there's like, we go to walk in the store, and they're like, "This is VIP door only." The regular people who didn't pay for the VIP
low life assholes. You go around back. There's a dumpster behind a dumpster. There's a door.
I looked at Kara. I was like, if I knew that I had to walk 0.2 miles less to walk into this door, I would have paid extra for the tickets because we had to walk all the way around to the side and then go through the fucking corridor where I saw the door that we could have went into, and I'm like,
You walked by the door after you went in another
Yeah,
door.
I was like, what the fuck?
Hey, Springfield
I was like, why
Comicon.
are we
Get
segregating
it
the door?
together. Well, who was there? Was there anyone? Okay, let's next question. Who was gonna be there? Who was the celebrity guest using the front door? You weren't allowed to use that. You walked by after you went in another door.
No, anybody can buy VIP tickets online.
Oh, it was that kind of.
Yeah, it wasn't like special VIP, whatever. It's like you pay $20 extra for a VIP ticket.
It wasn't like, hey,
means,
Harrison Ford's coming through here. You can't come through here.
Yeah,
It was more like Josh bought
getting...
a fucking VIP lanyard so you could.
Yeah, no. You literally, the only thing about VIP, I think, was that you got signatures from the people who were going, which I didn't buy the VIP because I didn't know any of the comic artists there.
Right.
So I was like, whatever. Like, I don't really want VIP because I don't want the signatures. It was our first time. We just wanted to go for the experience. If there were people I knew,
no offense,
like,
artists and voice actors, I don't want to meet you. I don't, I'm sure you don't want to meet
I
us.
do. I'd love to meet the voice actors for like Mitsuri. Mitsuri's gonna be at the one in Connecticut. I'd love to meet the voice actors for the animes that I was watching, but they were for comic books. They were writers, and I don't really read comic books anymore. So it wasn't. It's just I would prefer to see like the people who are doing voice acting in the animes. That would have been cool. But that's why I didn't buy VIP.
I see some of their videos on like TikTok and stuff. They look like fun people doing it. It looks like fun to watch.
Well, they had a bunch of activities happening. Like they had a little arcade on the side. They had like some guy talking to a crowd. I don't know if he was like showing them. I think it was like an art class maybe.
Okay,
to draw.
And just a random guy was like, "Listen, guys, the rapture's coming. I need you all to listen to me."
I'm pretty sure it was part of VIP, but there was a bunch of people sitting with like their comic books that they wrote where you can get signatures and stuff. But I think VIP was also to just get in a half hour earlier. So wasn't that bad.
How packed? A lot of people there?
There was I knew it was going to be smaller because it's a Springfield location, but it was still quite a bit of people. My favorite part though, you have to go through security, right, before you get to go in.
Yeah.
As soon as I'd walked up to get my ticket approved, they give you a wristlet after you handed them your ticket. One of the girls, before I even got up to her, she like covered her face and she was like, she's like, I know I haven't given you your ticket yet, but can I please take a picture with you? And I was like, yeah, of course. She goes, I love you in the anime. And I'm like, no, it wasn't me. I'm just cosplaying as her. Like, thank you. She knew that, but she was just so excited that she was like, can I please take a picture? I said, yeah, no problem. So before I got into Comicon,
I loved you in the show. You're like, that's actually an animation in the show.
But she was like, I've seen everybody else from the show. Like I saw Nezuko and.
Were you the only Mitsuri?
Yeah. So.
Is that how you say it? Or is it Mitsuri?
Mitsuri.
Mitsuri.
Me.
I can't say it. I'm like Mitsuri, like it's Russian.
Is it like
Mitsuri?
Mitsuri. Yeah. Yes.
Anyways, you were the only
that
one.
That was cool. What do you mean? Yeah, so I mean I didn't see anybody else there. There was like a Nezuko and a Tanjiro, but I don't think that they had Zenitsu and a Nezuko.
How many other Sims were there?
No, none of them. She had the most creative outfit.
That's awesome. Good job.
So many people came up to her. It was so cute. There was a ton of people who came up to her.
Okay, so first thing you saw when you get in the door, other than the door that they denied you going through.
The first thing I saw, I was geeking out about this. I took a video of it. There was a band wearing Pikachu masks, and they were playing the intro to Pokemon, and I was so happy. There were people like dancing, and I didn't join in. I thought about it, but I didn't join in on the dancing. I should have, but I was still hot as fuck at this point. I needed to lower my blood pressure.
Jesus.
Well, I was also nervous because I'd never gone. So I was like, oh my God, I don't know what to expect. And then as soon as I got in, everyone was so nice. Super, super nice. Everyone was really kind. Like, not one time was I like, oh, that person's an asshole. Like, everyone was super, I don't know. They were just wicked nice the whole time.
That's cool.
It was
a good community that I shit on in that one episode for like 10 minutes about waifu pillows. No, I'm just kidding. It's a mix of people.
You did that.
It's a mix of people actually at these things. I want to go to the TerrorCon in September. There's a TerrorCon in Worcester, and I want to go to that. Worcester.
Bad.
Yeah, I want to go to that. That's not bad at all. Yeah, I want to go. I think it's in September. But anyway, so there was a band. They were playing Pokemon on your way in, so immediately you were happy. How about the vendor stuff?
There was so many vendors. I think I had between Kara and I, we had like 30 business cards. So many, but they all had like a lot of the stuff was typical. So it was like plushies like this one, but there was a bunch of those. There was this one girl. I wish I bought something. She's gonna be at Comicon, so I might go just for this lady. She had like little clear Pokeballs, and she made like a little forestry inside with a little Pokemon on it, and it was
Okay.
like a little glass display. Like there were a lot of small businesses that are on Instagram, a bunch of them. And I was like, oh, I feel like I've seen you before. I was like, are you so and so? And they were like, yeah. And I was like, holy shit, I've seen you on Instagram. That's crazy. Like
So
a
there was
lot of people.
like what kind of vendors? What were they vending?
So a lot of them were artists. So a lot of them were paintings. A lot of them were prints. A lot of them were like pins and cute little, like trinkets and things.
So is this
Some
like a
people were
licensed? Are they selling you licensed gear? Or is this like artists just signed up to be
no, everything
vendors?
was some of them were vendors, some of them were licensed vendors. Like there was this one guy who had a huge table that had ETBs, and ETBs are just elite trainer boxes for Pokemon cards and stuff. And he travels around the world. I talked with him for like 5 or 10 minutes, and he had like a bunch of Pokemon cards. He had like Yu-Gi-Oh cards and like all of the stuff. It was very nostalgic. I took a picture of his booth because it was crazy all the stuff that he had. But like he had a GameCube that he was selling, like just a bunch of shit.
You were
And
like,
I was like, oh, I was super.
gimme.
But there were some people who had shops that were in like Holyoke area, and they showed up there, and they were like, yeah, there's a bunch of pop figures. I actually bought one because it was meant to be. Hold on.
Okay, okay. All right.
Misery.
All right.
But I bought that one while I was there, and there's a Legos, like a huge display for Legos. They just had shirts. There was one booth that I thought was like super cheesy at first, but then I was like, maybe Kara and I should go do this. And they make like, I don't even know if I want to say this. You're gonna make fun of me so hard. You know what LARPing is?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so they make like the swords for LARPing. They're heavy as fuck. They're like fiberglass on the inside and everything, but then on the outside they're like this. I don't know what it was. It wasn't squishy, but it also wasn't hard. It was just a weird material.
For those that don't know, LARP is live action role play. It's live action role playing, so you pretend to be a knight trying to rescue his princess.
Well, all I can think of is that video that I saw online where he's like, I threw some sparkle dust at him, and apparently I tampered with the crime scene.
That's the
You know what I'm
guy
talking about?
you hate that guy.
I know,
You
but
know who that is, right?
I know exactly who that is. You show me
That's
these videos all the time, and I'm like,
yeah,
shut up.
I sell liquid
But
death.
but
Yo,
but
he's
there were so
hilarious.
many. I just felt very comfortable at Comic Con because everyone was like on the same level of nerdy. So if you
Okay.
brought something up in conversation, everyone was like, "Oh yeah, no, I saw that episode," or like, "Oh my god, I love your cosplay," and it was totally normal. But
I would
if
have
I
been
did
like,
that at
yeah, I don't know which
work,
one you're talking about at all.
I don't know what you're talking about. But it was so much fun. It was a ton of fun, and like, I think that it was good for the experience. It was my first ever cosplay event,
I was gonna add
and
that
there
was
was
my
a
next question. Have you gone to anything like that, any events before, cosplay or not?
I've gone to like I've popped into like Dungeons and Dragons competitions on accident, and then also like
What do you mean on?
Pokemon card.
Go back on accident? How do you pop? I just popped into some kid's basement on accident. They were
No,
demogorgoning it
no.
up.
No, there's this place in Connecticut where I buy trading cards, like Pokemon cards, and they hold competitions for Dungeons and Dragons and Pokemon cards. And I don't know if they do Yu-Gi-Oh, but Yu-Gi-Oh's popping up again.
They got the
But
Beyblade out and some Pogs.
I would Beyblade.
You
I
would.
would. I would. I 100%. I also have. Was it Bakugan? The little circle things that they're magnetic. When you click on them, they like open up.
We had Crossfire back in the day. Crossfire, you get caught up in that. Yeah, so we had Crossfire. Kids are
I
paying.
like how
You're doing
nerdy it was.
Beyblades and shit.
Like, look, that motivated me to glue my Pikachu back together because I broke his tail on accident.
That
He
is
fell off
very
the shelf.
nice.
This was expensive.
I'm not gonna ask because I know what kind of money you'll drop on certain items, so I don't even ask.
No, you don't. You have no idea.
I believe it's high.
No.
You're like, if it's Pikachu, here's my routing and account number.
Pikachu isn't even my favorite Pokemon.
Here's my. Is that a Charlie Mander? Here's my bank account and my routing number.
Oh, what? Oh, what? Oh, what's his name? Charlie?
Charlie and Barbarasaur. Where you going, Winter? You busting a move?
Dog?
I gotta keep an eye on her.
Charmander? No, my favorite Pokemon is actually Mew. Look her up. She's really cute.
Maybe I will. Not right now.
Do
but
it right
maybe...
now. No.
No, because
Do
we
it
got
right.
listeners, and the listeners don't want to. They don't want to wait for me to look up something on my phone.
It's
right?
3 letters.
Right.
It's
right.
3 letters.
MEW.
Yeah. It's exactly how it sounds.
Oh my god.
It is my favorite Pokemon of all time. I love Mew. I just have to find some merch for her, like some plushies or something, because I have a bunch of random shit over here.
I believe you when you say that. It's not going to come into focus. Sorry, folks. If you're listening, I pulled up a picture of a Mew, the Pokemon.
Really well,
I'm getting texts. Okay, so I'm gonna have to read those in a few. But anyways, it's not funny text. I'm in a group chat. But Okay, that's cool. So the vendors were there. You actually bought something, which is good. You supported your local Comicon.
Of course they did.
Performances. What kind of performances were happening? Not contests, like performances. Where there was obviously a band playing the Pokemon song when you walked in, and then what else was happening? Was anyone like singing the Demon Slayer intro?
No, there weren't any performances unless I got there late. We showed up at like 1. We didn't want to go when the doors opened. And then we stayed until like 5:45, 6 o'clock, which is when they closed. But we
it was early.
There
That's
was
good.
No, but there were so many vendors to go through. We walked back and forth like 3 times, and we were still finding booths that we were missing in between because there was so much happening. We spent probably 4 hours walking around and talking to people and going through all of the vendors that they had there because there was so much to look at. There were like people who did homemade earrings. There was like a little oh, what the fuck are they called? They're like stones, crystals. They had like a crystal booth. There were people who had a ton of 3D printed items. I've never seen that many 3D printed items ever. There was so many fucking booths for them. It was crazy. But they had really cool stuff.
Fucking booths for them.
Yeah, but they just had a bunch of like I can't even explain to you how much stuff there was. Like we took cards and I still haven't looked back at them, but I do have to follow them on Instagram. There were a ton of nice people though, like the judges for the competition.
What was this competition?
It was for best adult cosplay and then best group cosplay.
And you entered which one? The adult cosplay?
Yeah, because I wasn't in a group. So I had to. It was the best adult group, best adult cosplay. Because they had kids ones afterwards.
Oh, okay. That's good.
So
how many contestants?
Oh my god, like 40.
Really? And what place did you come in?
They didn't tell us. So that you only knew first place, and then there was an honorable mention. So I didn't know the point system. I didn't do any research on this, and they also gave us kind of like very little information. Like everyone in line, like one girl next to me was cosplay as a Genshin Impact character, and then there was another person in front of me. It was her and her daughter. I can't remember what they did, but they had like very old. It looked like armor, but they'd made it out of fabric, and it was actually kind of cool. But I guess you get more points for. Yeah, you get more points for making your cosplay, and I didn't make my cosplay at all. So I bought that shit. It was last minute. I was like, yep.
The other people are like, built, not bought, motherfucker.
Yeah, but the person who won had made their own Iron Man cosplay. It was really sick, though. It was really cool.
Really?
He, like, made that shit. Yeah, but...
I barely have time to poop sometimes during the day. Just people be making Iron Man shit.
Yeah, but he it looked super uncomfortable to walk in because he had like the plate up here and like down under there.
So he
So
was
he's like,
walking around like RoboCop.
yeah, and they also like they didn't have a ramp to get up to the thing, so
Freeze.
some people's costumes were like not equipped for stairs, and he
So he had
definitely
to
took a minute.
lay
Yeah,
down on his side and get pushed up the steps.
no, he just awkwardly because the boots for the Iron Man thing were very clunky. It looked like, and then also like he didn't prepare to do high knees, so all of the plastics were like touching each other, and
Wait,
I'm
was
like,
he
oh
like
man,
were his legs locked like he was in a certain
kind
group
of, yeah. He was trying.
that we have shunned?
Well, no, when he was walking normal, like like everything was like when I tell you this was a really well built cosplay, like he did a really good job. Like he had all the lights and everything, and the mask came down, and it was really cool. But
I
the
can
stairs,
appreciate that. I can appreciate that. I don't do comics like that, but I can appreciate that.
yeah, I don't know. It was. I almost like walked off the wrong side of the stage, and there weren't stairs over there, so that was yeah,
You would have
that
had a
was
malfunction.
was
But
because they had one side up and then you have to go down that same side. I was number 5 and there was out of 40 people, so I had to go up 5th because I signed up early, I guess. I didn't even know. But one of the judges, I was speaking with her at her booth, like her vendor booth that she had, and I had no idea that she was a judge. She was like, "Oh my god, you should definitely enter the cosplay competition. Like you would have so much fun and this is your first time here and like blah blah." And I was like, "Oh, that's awesome." And she was super sweet. Um like she makes all of her own props like guns and everything or chainsaws or whatever. She makes it by hand. And she was just like her cosplay looks crazy. It looks really good and she did it herself. So I ended up seeing her up there and I was like, "Oh, okay, I see." I was like, "I understand." But it was still a lot of fun.
that's cool. That's
It was
cool.
nerve-wracking to stand up and they were like, "Okay, give us your card because they have your number, your name, and then if you made it or not, and they give you a percentage of what you made." And I put 0 because I didn't make fucking any of it. And then I gave it
You did
to
alterations, didn't you?
yeah, but that doesn't really count. I didn't buy the fabric. I didn't. Well, I mean, I sewed a few things to adjust it because it was in Japanese sizes, um, but anyway, I just put 0 because I felt like that wasn't fair. So I went up there
It
and
should have
I
been like
talked with them.
minor alterations.
They were like, "Say hi to the crowd." I talked with them again, and they're like, "Okay, do a pose." And a bunch of people took pictures of me and went about their day. And then we had to wait like an hour and a half for the results or whatever. But it was fun. I still think that even though I was like, "What the fuck am I doing?" It was still worth it.
Experience? Yeah,
Next
there you go.
time.
Next time I make
Next
my
time.
own Iron
Yeah.
Woman costume.
Oh my god. I don't know if I would do that. That looked super hot and uncomfortable. Like he did not look like he was having a good time. It was really cool, but beauty is pain.
Yeah, my God, I wish I could dedicate that kind of time, and I wish I had that kind of brain power to dedicate to one thing.
Yeah, but he like did I don't know, it was crazy. There were so many nice people there. I took picture like some people were cosplaying as like brat dolls. But then there was a I think this was the group that won. There was a group
Bratz
of people.
dolls? That's still a thing?
Yeah.
Like, people still are into that?
I think it was like Monster High or something. Um
Oh,
I'm
okay.
not really sure. But people were so nice. Everybody was so nice. But I was saying something and then I don't remember cuz you said it again.
I'm sorry. Bratz dolls.
Oh,
Monster
the
High.
winning group was they did a theme where oh my god, it's Jack in the Box, a restaurant, Jack in the Box. There was Jack in the Box, Chick-fil-A, Popeyes, Starbucks, and then they had like a group of all of them that came in together. And Popeyes had like a fake gun pointing at Chick-fil-A, and then vice versa, and like they had this whole setup, and everybody loved them. They took pictures with everybody, even the authors and everything, and like just the setup that they had was very
What were they, the
unique.
mascots or something? Or like, I'm
Yeah, they
confused.
dressed up as like the mascots. It was just fun. It was nobody like I wouldn't have thought of that. Just like Kara's, how nobody would have thought to do something like Sims because everybody fucking plays Sims. Like a large number of people, even people who aren't.
It's a popular game.
Yeah, even if you're not like super nerdy, a lot of people still play Sims. So it was like everybody
It's
loved
not
it.
even a
So many
nerdy
people
game.
took pictures with us.
It's like a comfort game for people, like Minecraft is.
Yeah, exactly. It's
Yeah, I
like a
like
very
Minecraft.
comfortable game.
It's like Zen.
But yeah, a ton of I was happy. I was so happy. I was like, your cosplay was so like on the spot and it worked out so well.
Good. So that was good. So it's a good time. You spent almost 4 or 5 hours there.
Mm-hmm.
Holy sheet.
The food was expensive. So was the water.
Oh, that's a good question right there. How much for a water?
$6.
Were you allowed to bring your own water in?
I don't know. I didn't try. Um,
$6 for a fucking water, Springfield Comic Con. Get it to fucking together. $6. What kind
yeah,
of
it was
was
a
it?
little.
Dasani?
Nah, I don't even
Or was
remember
it
the
known?
brand
It
of
was
it.
first of all, Dasani is trash. But if you're gonna charge someone $6, you better pull a fucking
I
Fiji
don't.
out.
I don't know
Better
what it
pull a
was.
Fiji out.
It was some sort of purified water, I think. Like I don't. I
Oh, it
don't
was
really
like
remember.
Nestle purified water. They got it for maybe 13 cents a bottle at Costco by the pallet, and they're selling it for
Probably.
$6 a bottle. That I'm never tolerant of that.
And then we each got a slice of pizza,
How much
and
for
I
a
think that
slice?
I don't know. I think the total came out to be like 22 or $32 or something like that for
20.
one slice of.
First of all, let's say it was $22. Two slices of pizza and two waters
Yeah,
was $22.
yeah, 22 and some change.
What are you doing?
Yeah, it was a little
Oh my
crazy.
god! You know, I
It
get it.
was just,
They're trying to make money, but $6 for a water, man. Would you really look at like
yeah.
a 13-year-old like, anime enthusiast and be like, "Sorry, kid, $4 ain't enough for this water. This is
Oh, I don't
Nestle."
know. I didn't even think of
Like
it like that
that's
because
I look at that.
there
That's
were a
like an all
ton of
ages
kids
thing. Yeah,
there.
that's an all ages thing. How many kids their parents dropped them off to check it out, and then they got there and they spent all their money on fucking pizza and water for one lunch. Anyways, that's the downside of some of those things. I mean, other than the downside that you had to be in
There was one
Springfield,
other
but
downside,
okay,
but
cool. Was okay. So yes. So people wanted to take pictures with you. They were all digging your outfit. They were
which was
talking to
super
you.
fun.
Okay, so
The big sign when you walk in, which I am a huge advocate for, it said that cosplay isn't consent, and I 110% agree with that because I don't usually
kid,
dress that
look.
provocative anywhere, but I really got in character and it was fun. It was a lot of fun. There was only one person who asked me. They're like, "Oh, can I take a picture with you? It's such a cool show. Like that's awesome that you did that cosplay." I was like, "Yeah, no problem." Took pictures with him, whatever. I also didn't take pictures with him with my phone, I don't think, unless Kara has them. But that happened with a lot of people. A
A
lot of people.
lot
Like
of
a lot of
people
people got
have,
pictures of us.
yeah.
A lot of people got pictures of us, and we forgot to get our phones out. It was just very like, oh my god, like I had my keys and my wallet and my phone, and carrying stuff around was just a pain
See,
in the ass.
later you'll have to Google Springfield Comic Con and see if like you come up.
I'll have to check. Last I checked, we weren't on there, but that was the same day I think. But so this guy, he was super nice. He then asked afterwards. He's like, "Hey, is it okay if we take like an inappropriate picture?" And I was like, "No, I'm sorry. I'm just not really comfortable with that." He's like, No worries. That's why I asked." And I was like, "Oh, okay.
Did
Yeah, no,
you
I'm sorry."
you didn't want to I would have been like, it's a no, but I want to hear this. Elaborate. What do you mean when you say
Inappropriate.
inappropriate?
Yeah,
What is your goal? Like
yeah, because he didn't ask directly. He wasn't like, "Hey, can I touch your boob or something?" Or he wasn't like,
it's
"Hey, can
vague,
I put my
yeah.
hand here?" So he
What
was
if
like,
I
"Can we?"
said yes, what was the next step here?
I was in shock when he asked me at first. I kind of hesitated. He was like, "Hey, can we take an inappropriate picture?" Or like, "Do you mind if we take an inappropriate picture?" And I was like, yeah, I mind. I'm sorry. I'm not really comfortable with that. Like, I'm already not a germy person. Don't touch me at all. There, and you know what? I feel like I got over some of that while I was there because there were a lot of younger kids who wanted to take pictures with me, and they would put their arms on me and whatever. As soon as I got home, I showered. I had hand sanitizer ready in the
A
car.
toilet brush.
Yeah, dude, I don't know. It wasn't dirty. I just was like, I just felt like the air was a little musty at the end, so I had to.
A lot of people in and out of a room. Where was it? What building was it in? Was it at like the hotel or was it at like a fucking?
It was the Mass Mutual Center,
Okay, so it's at the Mass Mutual Center. Okay.
and they had a couple. They had like the main area, and then they had room 2 and 4 open because they have like numbered rooms.
Right.
But it was like quite a bit of area. There was like the big open area in the hallway, a lot of people would escape like the mustiness of like the where all of the vendors were sitting down, and they would go out to the where all the glass windows are, so that you could just sit by the window and be like, oh my god. But there are
So
so many nice people, so many nice people. It was a really good environment. I would do it again.
are a
Yeah.
lot of these vendors like local vendors? I know you said there was local, but I mean, like, is there a handful of these guys that travel with the Comic Con and like how stripped down? I'm curious, like how stripped down because obviously it's Springfield Comic Con. You're not getting all the vendors. You're not getting all the special guests. Like you're getting a handful of smaller, lesser known stuff and smaller vendors, right?
Uh, yes and no. So there was like a handful of locals. There was a handful of people who travel around the world for not just cosplay events, but like
They do all sorts of
other
events.
other anime cons or Kineticon or like what is it called? There's another. It's like not a LARPing event, but it's like medieval event for something. There was a ton of all over the place. Like some of these places are self-made. So I think a lot of them are like I started in my bedroom and I'm working my way up to like an online store, and
Right.
um a lot of these people traveled, and then also a lot of them were local, like in the tri-state area. So I didn't get to talk to a lot of them. I talked to probably maybe half, but it was still so many booths that there's no way I would have had time.
That's cool
It
though.
was it was really fun. Like a lot of the stuff, most of the stuff that was there was handmade, except for like the pop figures and like the vendors who have a license to sell them at their stores, like in Holyoke or Springfield or
Right, right.
wherever they were selling them out. But a lot of the stuff was gorgeous. Like Kara found this one poster that was printed like in somebody else's art. It was like Club Penguin sign, and she's like, I loved Club Penguin, but I don't even know where this would go at my house. I don't
What
even
even
know.
is Club Penguin?
No.
Trying to stay hydrated, folks.
Do you remember? Oh my god, it was like an online game where you could talk to other people all over the place. You log on, you're like a little penguin, and you customize them and get like stuff done. It was like what were those fucking
Like
stupid
an avatar for you? You're a penguin. Your avatar is like a little penguin, and you talk to other people that are penguins.
kind of. It was a little different. I don't even Club Penguin was the shit. There was also like
I
I
never
can't
heard
think
of
of
this.
hang on, there's another game that everyone was obsessed with, that you would buy these little animals and they would have like a code on them so that you could add it to your online account.
Okay, I'm looking.
Um
I don't know what it is, but like I know what it is. Like I never heard of it, but I'm looking at it right now. So there's a show I watch called Evil, and in one of the episodes, there was like a bad guy posing in one of these games to talk to someone's daughters on the game, and he was posing as like another kid in the game.
what the fuck? Posing as his daughter's kid in the game? That sounds creepy.
Yeah, the show is called Evil.
Well, do you know Webkins? Do you remember Webkins? Did you ever buy them for like a niece or a nephew or anything?
Webkins? No.
Webkins. You don't remember Webkins? Oh
Why
my
would I know
god.
about that?
I don't know. I just feel like everybody knows about it.
What is
Like
it?
Webkins, Club Penguin, RuneScape, all around the same time. Oh, okay. So you would have like it's like an open world game, like where you can chat with people online, or you can just mess
Right.
around and go to different worlds and different
It's not something
places.
usually in my wheelhouse, so that's probably why I don't know any of the. I mean, I've heard of RuneScape, but like the rest of the stuff, I've never really.
Well, it's like this similar kind of not even really similar context, but Webkins, you could buy these little animals like in store. In sorry, I just choked.
Did
In
you throw up?
store, and they have like the little name tags on them and everything, but you can use their little code and put it in on the computer, and then you get that animal in your game. So everyone had thousands of Webkins that you could buy, and then you just toss them aside and use them online. Yeah.
What a waste of resources.
No, but they were like Beanie Babies, kind of. You just have a bunch of them.
At least Skylanders, you had to like put a different one on the little gamepad plug-in, you know?
Well, I mean, people still liked them because they were stuffed animals. You know what
I
I mean? They
guess
were
that's
like,
cool. That's cool.
but
Webkins, so many things I've
but
never
she
heard of.
saw the Club Penguin sign and she was like, "Oh, I want that so bad because it's so nostalgic." But I don't even remember my Club Penguin login. It was so long ago. But yeah, I had a bunch of online games like that I would play with my friends. But I've always been a nerd, so I guess it doesn't matter.
We're still stuck on the Fortnite, folks. We're still stuck on the Fortnite as far as games go. Um, randomly streaming, randomly. Actually, I've did a couple. It's not like
Yeah,
my.
it's so
It's
sporadic.
so
Just look for our
sporadic.
notifications.
Yeah, so we've been trying to get into it a little bit. I mean, we play a lot on our own on the side, but the whole streaming thing is hard to nail down a schedule, having full-time jobs, doing the podcast, you know, significant other stuff, family stuff, you know, friend stuff, everything in between, you know.
Comicon.
Comicon.
I did get some
Yeah.
footage there that I'll probably post soon, but
Yeah,
I have
at No
to edit it
Vital.
first.
Go follow at No Vital. But yeah, we've been gaming, you know, No Vital on Xbox, Epic Games, um, Bark a
Instagram,
Shark,
TikTok,
Bark a Shark. Um,
on Epic
I was
Games.
toying around, you know, Epic Games, Xbox. I was toying around with a name change, but I can't come up with nothing. Like the couple of things.
Is your dog dying?
No, come here, come here. You want to sit with me? Get up.
You're gonna show all the people your
Woo!
precious
She smacks
rat.
me in the face. Okay. Okay. Why don't we just not? There we go. All right. Okay.
She's listening. She wants to.
She's hugging me again. But I was
That's a
trying
hug
to.
when she's like.
She puts her head on you. She can't like wrap around you. She just there you go. She goes, yeah. She's like,
You didn't even have to mimic it. She was like, I
she's
know.
a good girl. But wow, what was I talking about?
Bark a shark.
Yeah, I was trying to come up with a new name. I was trying Christopher K Music, Christopher blah blah blah.
And apparently it's racist.
I even
so-
defaulted back into K Swiss Chris. There's apparently other people using that too. So now I'm super annoyed, you know, but whatever. So I'm still Bark a Shark 6075. You know, freaking I thought that was something. It took me a little minute to think of that, and then it's like, okay.
Come up with something more creative. What is your online persona?
Some of us get lucky with our stuff, and we're like, boom, no vital.
Lucky?
No one has this ever. It's just me.
Why would anybody have that?
It's not it's not a word you made up though. It means something. It's already something. So that's why I'm surprised. Surprised that not one other person on the planet is no vital.
I just have an original name.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
So cool, right? I didn't have any numbers after mine at all. It's just it's like Ninja.
You know what's funny?
The vital.
They won't let me use Christopher K because something's up with the name.
Racist.
Something comes up. It's like Christopher, and
What does Ferk mean?
I don't know. Maybe it's in Switzerland it's a bad word, Christopher or whatever. You know, I don't know. But like, yeah, I was trying to come up with a name. I couldn't come up with a name, so then I gave up again. So it's still Barker Shark 6075. We're still doing it. We still got, you know, Fire Captain 413. He's been streaming. Yeah, working things out.
Ferk actually means something.
Maybe
it means to rummage.
Toothless Savage Gaming, Gamentron, something like that. He's out there, YouTube. Everybody's on. Well, we're pretty much all on YouTube. You can find this on YouTube. Go check it out. Give us some likes and subscriptions. Yeah, I couldn't use Christopher K.
You have to be more creative than that. Have a different online name.
I think about it. You know, I thought Barker Shark was creative. I sat for a while to come up with that, and then 900,000 other people have Barker Shark. Get the fuck out of here! You got Barker Shark, dude. Come on. You know
Come up with something better.
Yeah, there's nothing better. There's all the names are garbage. All the names are garbage. And even if you look at iconic people, you know, their names are basic as shit half the time too anyway. Or it's just because they're famous streamers.
So then if it doesn't
like
bother you that much, why don't you leave it?
I'm probably gonna. That's why it's still there.
Yeah, but you tried to change it.
No, I was throwing around the idea because I kind of like to tie my stuff together, you know. And what are you doing? I know I'm Christopher K and all my stuff, and I was like, yeah, I'll just keep rocking that. I like that. I don't need a special name. I'm not that worried about a special name or anything.
You should name it Winter.
No, like no one else is gonna have that. Look at his little face. But yeah, we know this was a short episode.
No other weird questions.
No. I figured we could wrap it up. All right, you can get down so we can wrap it up. Sit down over here. So yeah, short
Just
episode.
throw the dog.
Oh, I have a bench right next to me. It's all cushioned up. I just tossed her over.
He goes,
She's good.
here, sit over there.
She's fine. Making it seem like I'm throwing my dog through the wall. But yeah. We got to work on another decent one. We did the old nostalgic networks last week. We got stuff, and we're still working on things, still smoothing things out. Still trying to get better at the social media at Dis and Dispod, at Distracted and Disorderly Podcast. We're on Facebook, Instagram, everywhere. TikTok, YouTube. You can find our stuff. We're on Spotify. We're on Apple Music. We're on all those goodies.
Email us.
The beats by Ghost 13 at the end of the episodes we've been doing. Yeah, we got the email. What is it? Distracted and Disorderly Podcast at gmail.com.
You plug that every episode and you're like, what's that email?
I know. I'm like so like out of it the last week. I'm a mess. But that's okay.
Fix yourself.
Oh, I'm going to fix myself.
Maybe go do something interesting so I can ask you questions about it.
No, we need suggestions on episodes. Like I got a couple in mind. We're going to try to we'll try to do a bigger one for next week. Maybe get a little into something. Maybe, but I want suggestions.
We want to cater to our audience.
Yeah, what do you want to see us do? Give us something. Like re-energize us in this medium, but of course we're going to keep churning out content and doing what we do. Any last regrets?
Whoa. You're like super regrets.
Words, regrets.
You said regrets.
Last thoughts.
You interrupt me so much, I have no idea anymore.
Sometimes I just do it on purpose.
Yeah, well, it's fucking annoying.
Might be.
You alive right now? Goddamn. Fucking lethargic over there. Yeah, but that's it.
That's it? That's all you got?
Yeah, because we don't have, this isn't a set podcast. We don't talk about one thing and one thing. No, go ahead. Go. Yeah. All you. Yeah. Go ahead. I don't want to know why not.
My brain's moving still.
Let's go get Barker Shark his own mic.
You were like,
fuck my mic.
You said something, and in your little pause, I was ready to go.
I did no pause. Go back to the editing.
My brain caught the pause.
Go back to the editing.
No, anyways.
This is a podcast where we don't talk about one topic and one topic only. So we'd be happy to get suggestions that cater to our audience. And then I was saying one topic, and you're like, with nonsense that came out.
There's my clip. There's a clip. Yeah, we need some suggestions. Honestly, right now, number one episode we've done. Still,
hey, are you talking?
Still to this day, the number one episode we've done still to this day is Chris Tries Anime. People still download it. You must love it out there. Is that something? Is that something we need to do? You want to hear us doing more anime stuff? You want to hear us do what is it? Reddit? Reddit stuff got really good play. You guys seem to like Reddit stuff.
I have an idea.
Phobias.
Christopher, what? I think you should try on my Mitsuri cosplay.
Nobody wants to see that. I'm already forcing this mug on people. Yeah, nobody wants to see that.
Mug?
You want to see me in Mitsuri cosplay?
We should put up a poll on Twitter.
Nobody even goes on Twitter anymore.
We just suck at Twitter. Maybe can we put up a poll on TikTok or Instagram? I'm
not gonna wear that outfit.
You don't have the option here. It's the audience. I
can't put that outfit on. It's not gonna fit.
Can. It'll be hilarious to watch you try it on, though.
It'd be
That'll
really
be a clip on its own.
baggy on me.
Where? I want to see you put that skirt on.
Oh my god, nobody wants to see that. Nobody wants to see.
Okay, so we're gonna put up a poll somewhere, and you guys have to tell us if you want to see Chris trying on my Mitsuri cosplay. And if you don't know what she looks like, look up Mitsuri from Demon Slayer.
For you if you say yes.
No, everyone, please vote yes. This will be fucking hilarious.
My
It'll be such good content. Do it for the content.
This has been another episode of the Distracted and Disorderly Podcast. Today you learned a little bit about Springfield Comic Con. As these things pop up and we go, if I go to TerraCon in September, you damn right we're gonna have an episode about it. We don't get crazy at the things. We're still breaking into this world of podcasting. This is episode 15. We're moving it along. We're keeping it rolling, keeping it rocking. Yeah, you have no last words.
No, I said what I needed to say. Everyone needs to vote.
I said what I had to say.
I think it'd be fucking hilarious. So everybody needs to go vote on that. Everybody.
Thank you
Every single
for
person
every single person listening.
and watching.
Thank you for watching, listening, liking, subscribing, being just an all around bud.